honestly, when I was younger, I loved cheat codes because I was just a bad gamer. I just wanted to complete it.
I still are. This is why I really like single-player games and no multiplayer, because in multiplayer I always get shot at.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Hunchback React. We are back with Jelle Dittmar.
Hey.
Funny enough, like we have seen him already probably 2 times on the channel, but we never discussed how did we meet.
I think it was because you were stalking me on Instagram.
Did maybe? I think you.
No. What kind of happened was I just set up my Instagram and I was posting on behind the scenes of my studio.
Yeah.
And then I saw Hunchback Music was liking your post, and that happened so much. Every time I posted a clip, then Hunchback Music was liking my music. I was like, I'm going to look these guys up, and then I found what you guys were doing, and I was like, I want to be in this. So I think that's what happened.
So you got connected via. Oh, that's funny. Like this.
It was because of social media and the social network that I.
So we never met at these Booma Music in Motion events.
We never did. No.
Funny enough, I had the idea that we did.
No, we did not.
It was all the interwebs.
It was all the internet.
Hey, today we are reacting on another trailer, of course, like we do always. And this one is one of my favorites as well.
Yeah?
But which one is it?
It's God of War Ragnarök story trailer.
God of War, man. Santa Monica Studios.
Yeah.
Some of you know, next to Hunchback, we're also running a game studio, Keoken. And it's a huge inspiration to our studio as well. Cool narrative games, and I like how they changed it. Like the people that know God of War from back in the day, there was a little bit of a different gameplay to it.
It's a different vibe, I believe.
And they changed it, yeah. They changed kind of the genre into a little bit more of a deeper story between a dad and a son. Shall we just dive into it and say anything that we because you played it as well, right? The first one.
The first one I played as well.
Me too. Fully completed it, and now this one is coming out. I think this year.
Yeah, I think so. If there are no delays,
of course, like it always. It's always a surprise. Let's dive into it and see how this is gonna be. PlayStation Studios, huh?
Yeah.
They have some very good IPs.
Absolutely.
Good studios.
Uncharted, that kind of stuff. Ooh. Oh, those graphics look insane.
Yeah, man.
Captured.
It's almost intimidating sometimes how far we brought it.
With Kratos, you cannot go any wrong. I mean, with Kratos, it is intimidating.
And the sounds, it's
Oh, that soundtrack is amazing.
The boy.
Time is running out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming.
It continues, huh?
This is, by the way, the first time I see Kratos wearing a coat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he never wears a coat. Even in the first game, he doesn't.
No, he likes to show his body around, huh?
I mean, I think the winter is getting pretty harsh right now.
It's getting colder.
It's getting colder because of Ragnarok.
Probably. He's a little older, huh?
He's older, yeah. I think he's now 18, I think.
Yes.
I recognize that dour expression anywhere.
Oh man.
Oh, these visuals, man. Oh, God.
What if there was someone who could help us?
This is a story trailer, right?
Wow, look at that.
Environment,
man.
Well, for a dead man,
beautiful.
Pretty keen on seeing
Look at the whole scenery here.
The water looks a bit off with the boat. Do you see that?
Yeah, but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, but
what? All yarns
real there's small details.
Yeah.
We're trying to stop Ragnarok.
But it's really, the ambient occlusion is also really nice.
What if the only
The background music is like setting the tone atmospherically. More emphasis on the gameplay and the story here.
Also on the time period with the instruments.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
Oh, okay. Don't make him mad. No. Now you don't want to mess with him. Particle effects are great. Oh man. Ooh, that sound. That hit it hard. Oh yes. Yeah, the mechanic of throwing the axe. That's just genius.
Oh.
In moments of crisis.
Reminds me a little bit of Horizon.
Centaurs.
Panic does nothing.
Yes. There was no centaurs in the
first game. No, there were not. No.
Not one?
Not one. No. This is absolutely new enemy.
The gameplay on this one, like I really like that hack and slash. gameplay,
Here.
and then also have a story to it.
Yes.
Are you coming with us?
Nice. He's a little taller than you. He's kind of like you.
I think it's my height. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
God of
your
War.
answers soon enough.
Yes. Oh
Well,
yeah.
some of them.
And we
Nice.
end with a cliffhanger once again.
That is interesting. That is a little different than the first one, especially
Yeah.
what they did with the scenery. There's more.
It's more
there's way
vibrant. It's more vibrant. It's more
vibrant
colorful.
colors.
Yeah.
Saturated almost to an extent.
Yeah.
Funny enough, this trailer is more putting emphasis on the gameplay and the story, so the music is a little bit shoved in the background.
Yeah.
With some accentuation, especially some
yeah.
explosions and some gear.
Yeah, then it's emphasizing with the
Prominently.
music. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's of course a story trailer, so they really want to put the emphasis on the dialogue, on the story, trying to explain what people can expect, what players can expect when they play this game.
And it's a little different than, for example, a movie that's of course, a linear kind of synced image, like it's never going to change. But with a game, it changes with the player.
It changes. I mean, when you score for a movie, you have the director, and the director decides the tempo of the movie.
Yeah.
But with a game, it is the player who decides when he goes into the next level.
And it's funny because somebody said to me once, it's like, it's kind of like a remix, because every time somebody plays and you have like these different trigger loops, a music piece can be way longer, way shorter, depending on the player style.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and of course with cinematics, there's a little bit more like a movie, it's more synced to the cinematic.
Yeah. I composed the music of a game, of one game, and it's always difficult to, when you compose in those loops basically, to keep it interesting and not go like full loop mode basically.
Yeah.
But you keep things interesting, and with games, when you have smaller budgets, of course, it needs to be fast, and then you tend to go into this monotone, or I don't know how you say it.
No, it's kind of hard
You need
because
to
you
be
can't
careful
really...
that you don't go all the same sound in the game.
No, so it needs to change a little bit, or it needs to be a little bit different. So it's not getting like this, kind of where it's getting boring. Where it's not
But
really
that's
pushing
also-
you to a certain extent.
And that's also a fun way to work with music supervisors or music editors or programmers in games, because what mixing engineers and music supervisors are in video, in film, the game programmers or the music programmers to program in the music in the game really have a big role in that to play as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like with games, of course, you have the whole atmospherical environment, you have the music, you have the sound effects, but then as well, there's this whole, how does a room sound? So the effects. So the team can expand bigger depending on the budget, depending on the project.
I mean, PlayStation, they do a perfectly job.
This is a big team. And so, what do you think of the first one? So you played the whole first
played the
one.
first game,
What is kind of your relation to this game? Like, what did you think was attractive to this one?
I actually didn't have any experience with the God of War games at all before that.
Oh, so you don't know what they started off with?
I wasn't allowed to play them as a kid.
Okay.
As a kid, I wasn't allowed to play them because they were too violent. But
Sure.
when I matured and grew up, I was like, they're not really my kind of game. And when I saw God of War, the reboot with Atreus and the Viking period, I was like, this looks pretty interesting. And I was absolutely hooked. The story was great, the music was great, the gameplay, when you throw the axe and you get it back in your hand, the controller shakes. It was an absolutely mind-blowing experience. I really hope that this game can live up to that.
There is this great documentary on the making of, I think it was the first one, Corey, I like how he changed his name in Corey Balrog, which is from Lord of the Rings. Amazing creative director, putting this franchise into this kind of new shape, where it really becomes this heartfelt story between a father and a son.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful, because you would never expect it with such a manly, masculine energy to this.
I mean, the end of the first game. I mean, Kratos, the person, is really distant. He to his son as well. And then when I'm not going to spoil anything of the first game, but the last scene is just, oh man, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
And I find it very great that you can make this heartfelt story and kind of like also showing how people express love in different ways.
Yeah.
It's not always about the usual kind of methods.
No.
And this is greatly done with this. So that's kind of what we can say about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we go too far into it, then we would spoil the game, and then no one would play it anymore.
Yeah. No, but especially like PlayStation Studios and in particular Santa Monica Studios. Wow, they've created something good. Very curious what they did with this one. How long is this going to be? Do you know that?
This new game?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I really hope it will be more than 100 hours, but
Do you have time for it? Like for me, like I kind of like it when I can commit to 20 hours is kind of the saturation point.
I mean,
Eventually it becomes like such a commitment.
I think God of War, the first game, was pretty long enough.
Yeah.
Didn't they say they will make it a little bit longer?
I don't know for sure. But I think the first God of War was, I'm not sure how long it was, but that was great
It
enough
was
for
already
me.
pretty long. It had enough content. It has a long story mission or storyline,
Yeah.
and then you had all the side missions. I never finished the Valkyrie bosses.
Okay.
Those are hard.
I didn't do the side missions, so I kind of like went for the main roads.
Yeah.
And that's nice. So I get the whole story to it, and I kind of want to have that satisfying feel of completing the game as well.
I had one point in the God of War, in the first one, I had played the mission. I was not even halfway through the game. And then I was like, I'm going to do a side mission. And I was going into a dungeon, and I came across the first Valkyrie boss. And I was immediately slaughtered. And it was on an autosave as well. So my entire game was just like, I cannot go any further because my autosave placed me exactly on the beginning of the fight. So I had to...
Sometimes you like to cheat these save points, right? Like if I just throw myself with this thing, then maybe I can skip it.
So it's so terrible that they don't have any cheat codes for that one.
I don't like to use cheat codes. I understand. When I was younger, I loved cheat codes because I was just a bad gamer. I just wanted to complete it.
I still are. This is why I really like single player games and no multiplayer, because in multiplayer I always get shot at. Because I'm so terrible at multiplayer games. Yes.
And we are getting a little older, so it's always the young kids that are like super fast
really
reflexes.
Fast reflexes. Yeah, we're getting old, man.
Oh man, but this game definitely gonna play, man, and how they created this environment and the worlds.
Yeah.
Wow, it's something to admire.
2022 will be a great year if this one releases this year as well.
No, I think
it'll be a great year for gaming. Absolutely.
Definitely. Hey guys, thank you for watching this God of War. Coming this year. If you like these reactions, we're going to do this a lot more with other composers as well. If you have some suggestions for specific movies or game trailers that you think or composers, let us know in the comments and we will try to make it happen. For now, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell button. See you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.